You don't have to play. I just want to make sure I ain't set you up. Yeah. He's doing good, man. Yeah, I made a mistake. One, I made a mistake. The guy, I got killed, right? Instead of getting out of the way and trying to heal, I went around the corner and tried to heal, and I got popped. Then when I came back in, I went straight for the loadout rather than going to the buy station to buy somebody back in just in case I went down and they could buy me back in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I should have went straight for the buy station.
For the backup.
Yeah.
Because how good you are, you sometimes you get surrounded or get shot and you don't know where you get shot from.
Yep. So the normally you would go to it if oh shoot, I gotta answer this. Give me a sec. I'll hit you right back. Hey, Miss Lady.
Hi, is this a good time?
Yeah. So what I was gonna do was I don't want to change your plan if it's gonna equal the same. So if you get unlimited internet, that's going to run you about $128, including the cost of the router. I mean, to rent the router. And the reason why you want to rent a router is because if something goes wrong with it, they'll replace it. If you buy your own and something goes wrong, they're going to blame it on the router and make you go buy another router. And that's like $300. You know what I mean? So they're not obligated to help you if you have your own router. So it's always best to rent one. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah. And then, yeah, that was back when they would actually take the time to help you. Now they don't think nothing of you if you're directly coming in their mind or something. That's one. So, it would be 128, all right? Hopefully I can bring the calculator up on this one. I can do it on my phone. Right, because the unlimited internet is going to be like 89 plus taxes, and then the router's 14, so it's going to be somewhere around 128. And then if you have Hulu, which you do, I don't know if you have live Hulu. Now, if you have live Hulu, then you're paying for cable and you don't need to pay for cable. But I would have to check that out. So that's $79 unless you're using someone else's account. Plus Netflix, which let's say you have a keeper plan, which is $7.
I have 16.
16? All right, so let's figure that out. That's $200. That's $223 if you did it. If you changed it, I don't know how much you're paying now, and then you add taxes to that. So you would say maybe about $230 if you did it without having. So yeah, so if you switch it, you're gonna end up with the same thing. So you.
I mean, I know my family said it's close to that, but it's not the same. It's close to what it used to be.
Right. So you don't have HBO and Showtime and Stars and all that, right? You just have.
I do have Hulu, but I've never used it.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, so we'll check that part out. So what my suggestion would be is to call them, get them to send you another box because the one that you got doesn't work. And then rather than let them install it, I'll come and install it and then walk you through it. You know what I mean? They'll just send you a box and I'll come and I'll install it. And then, you know, it'll be back to what it was before, but you'll know how to use it because I'll walk you through it. You know what I mean? Right. Right. Because if you use streaming, then I'll have to show you how to use So I guess your Hulu's on a family plan. It's not something that you're paying solely by yourself, correct?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I never did it. I just know I paid for it. It's not very much.
Yeah. So yeah, you might have the base plan and not a channel plan. So if you have the if you have the channel plan, that's $79 a month for Hulu.
I'm so confused. It doesn't take much anymore. Life is so freaking complicated. I don't feel well, so I'm having trouble. I was having trouble processing before I started feeling bad. Having trouble processing.
Yeah. So that's why I say, for now, what we'll do is keep what you currently have and just get them to send another box. See, because you have two TVs, so each TV has its own box. The one in the bedroom is not the same box that you're using in the front room.
I also have a third one in my guest room that I never, it's ever been hooked. I don't have it. I don't think it's hooked up.
Right. So what would happen is you would have um, the Hulu on. You would connect the Hulu to each one of the TVs.
But what about Comcast?
Right. If you, yeah, for now, I would leave it just like it is until you can get another box. Oh, who's that? Yeah, for now, I would leave it just like it is and let them send you another box, and then we can see. Because you can get Hulu to where you can put it on all three TVs, and you don't have to pay anything extra. Then your better bet would be to go with that service, especially if you're paying for Hulu box. So if you can find out how much you're paying Hulu, then I can tell what plan you got.
I think it's like $8 a month.
Oh no, so you have Hulu Basic, which means you can watch the movie channels, but not the live channels.
This is just too much on my mind. Wait a minute, I was going to ask you something. So,
Here we go. Be ready when you're next.
I don't have TV in my living room. I only have it in my bedroom.
Right. The only
Because I don't have the box in play.
right. So the only TV that you're going to be able to get in the front room is what comes with the TV, which are just the news channels. It's not the whole. You know, like if you get MSNBC, it's going to be MSNBC, but of course it's only the news. If you went to regular NBC, you would just get the news NBC. You wouldn't get like any shows that were on NBC. Yeah, so once you get the box, you'll be able to watch regular TV in the front room.
So, what are they supposed to do? I need a new box. Are they supposed to, when they can send it to me, what are they supposed to do?
We're going to have them send the box to you, and then I'll come to install the box for you.
Okay. This has nothing to do with what's going on, but this is just curiosity. Every night, like, how did they left?
Good work.
Good job, where you were? I thought, well, maybe you're in the bathroom.
Oh, no. Yeah, I told you. I said, gotta go. Yeah, I don't know how.
Well, I know you said something, but it sounded you're being threatened.
Capture complete. Send a minute.
I never
Uploading
forget
information on the next category.
It's weird, but anyway, okay. I was just curious. And also, Tom, what is this thing about my phone? You
What?
said,
Go ahead.
wait a minute.
Target location.
So what I did was I installed Team. Which one I installed? I think I installed that. But I installed Team. No, it was Team Viewer. I installed Team Viewer so that if you need help with your phone, I'm able to log in and help you on your phone.
Oh,
And
my phone.
Yeah, and I don't have to say press this, press that. You know, I'll be able to see. You know, I'll be able to control it.
I'm really sad. I'm having trouble with my memory.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Got it. I didn't understand what that was for. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. I thought my head's going to explode. Okay, so now I got to put up with Comcast. I call Comcast.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. It is 4:13. Uh, we can try to do it now if you want, but
No, I can just call them, can I? I don't even have to stay on the phone forever. Can I just call them?
yeah, if you can get a hold of
I
them.
know it's a problem.
Yeah, that's the issue that I had. You know, that's why I was so like for instance, what happened was I called them and I was having a problem, you know, with the router, right? So that was for Dave. So what happened was um, I went to do Dave's computer. He had a new router. He has two numbers on the same. On he has a fax number and a regular number, right? Yeah, he has a fax number and a regular number. So when I talked to him, they didn't understand that it was actually the same number. Like no matter what number you called, the phone would ring. You know, right? So it wasn't actually delegating the lines, which means he wouldn't be able to get. You know what I mean? So what they said was the router's in the process of restarting, and that they couldn't help me until it restarted. Well, it froze in the middle of restarting, so it wasn't gonna restart. You know what I mean? So every time I tried to call them, it kept saying they can't do anything for me till it restarts. So I had to call Comcast and act like I was a new customer and then explain the situation. Which and
I've read the phone to deal with. I've read so many things, so many complaints. People say that they'll be in the middle of the call and people just don't know about them.
yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's why if you got where is that at? If you got some time tomorrow, because you definitely want to hit them early and you want to hit them before lunch. Nobody works after lunch. So all I need,
Before lunch, I can't do it after lunch. I can do it before lunch.
yeah. So what I would do is I would call them, I would get them on the phone, and then I would call you. So I would already have a connection to them before I get you on the phone because that took uh, 2 hours 45 minutes in order for me to actually get somebody like that on the phone. You know,
So wait a minute. So I'll call them, and then what? And how do I get you on the phone? Or do I need you on the phone?
well, yeah. Well, what I would do is I would call them and then freeway you into the call rather than you calling them. I mean, you can take a chance on it, but I don't know how that's going to work out because that's going to be the most frustrating. Like Tom, look, I done spent 3 hours trying to get a hold to him. I don't even have the, I don't, you know, I'm not even in the mood to talk to him now.
I keep saying this because I keep thinking, I never had these problems with Verizon. I got rid of Comcast like in 2010, 2012.
Yeah.
Because I had very many problems with that. When Snowmageddon came along, all my neighbors had their TVs. I didn't have a TV. I didn't have any service. It was Comcast went out.
Yeah.
Not Verizon. Verizon didn't go out.
But now it's kind of the same with both of them.
Okay, I've read that too. I've read that.
The problem that you get with Verizon is one the hidden charges that they try to charge you, which is crazy.
I think Comcast has done the same thing. I don't think I'm getting what I'm paying for. You told me one time I wasn't getting the speed I was paying for.
Yeah. See, I can handle those issues. You know, it's kind of just knowing what to do when you get in touch with them because if they can sell you something and get you to believe it, they will sure enough do that.
I think the guy that sold it to me, he just out and out lied to me. And it was important when I was seeing clients, because I know sometimes, it wasn't great.
All right.
Things seem slow, but, now I'm not working, so I don't know. Okay, I'm back. I'll call Comcast in the morning, and when I get them, just give me a call.
I would do that for you.
You're to call them, and then you call me.
And then I would call you.
Yeah.
Um.
You'll need her by, like, about noon.
Okay.
Hostile UAV in the
12:30,
area.
and then 12:30, I have a doctor appointment. So,
Okay, yeah.
whenever you can work out.
I will call you about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then hopefully I have them on the phone before I get in touch with you, so we're ready to go. If you're near your computer, I can go ahead and take care of that now, and then we can knock that invoice out, unless you've already paid it.
No.
Yeah. Let me get that.
So, and the 40 is for the thing you're going to do in 2 weeks?
The 40 is for the monthly, and then the 220 is for all the other stuff.
Okay. All right, are you on your computer?
Yeah, your computer's on?
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Alright, it should say allow at the bottom. No, it doesn't. You're on the home screen now? On your desktop?
No, I'm on your invoice.
It should say, your request hasn't been answered. Alright, minimize that and then click on any viewer.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Minimize.
That's the minus sign on the top right.
Okay, I minimize it and now do what?
Click on any viewer, which is in the top right.
Okay.
And then your number is 406.
No, I don't see it yet. That's not working.
What do you see, dots?
Oh, now I see it. Okay. See, I'm slow. My computer's slow. Okay. It's 406-109-216.
Alright. And then click allow on the bottom right corner.
Okay. It's allowed.
Your squad is belly up. Get this done on your own. Enemy soldier incoming.
There we go. Alright. Okay, what card you using?
Same way I always do that,
2498?
Yeah, 2498, yes.
Okay, that part's been done. Yeah, on the remote, the only thing that you can do is one, you see Prime on the, I think it's the right side, and on the left side you see Netflix. And those are the two things that you can access from your remote, but you don't use the one that they gave you. You use the small one that came with the TV. And that was
You're telling me that's what I need?
for the front one, yeah.
This is a lot for my pea-sized brain. Okay. But will I be able to, wait a minute, but will I be able to watch TV in my living room?
Not until we get the box.
Get the box, not get the box.
Right.
Right, okay, great. Okay, Tom.
There we go. Let's check this speed real quick.
This could drive me to drinking. I'm not a drinker.
Yeah, nothing.
It could drive me to drinking.
Let's see. Yeah, the speed wasn't much bad at all.
Oh, okay. Maybe it depends on who, I mean, it's a friggin' big building. Maybe it depends on if other people are on the computer.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We have to change your your channel. So that one time I came over to your house, we had to I had to change the channel because everyone was on the same channel. So that's the reason why I say it depends on how many people are on versus what your
Be
connection is.
advised, your squad is down. It's up to you now.
Are we done?
No, it's running one more spin.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
What did you say?
It's still running another spin. Oh, shoot.
Oh.
All right, that's good. Oh, cool. I put Team Viewer on the offense. You know, like AnyViewer is a great program because they do a lot of updates, you know, as far as like encryption and things like that. And but now that they're doing that, you know, they wanted to upgrade their pricing for service. You know, I bought it so I wouldn't have to buy. You know, TeamViewer, if each individual person had TeamViewer, it's like $433 a year. You know, and I was trying to explain to them, there's no one going to pay $435 just for the software for me to connect to their computer and charge them to clean the computer. That makes no sense at all. You know? Yeah, that was kind of crazy. So what I did was I got the premium package where they were AnyViewer was able to work with me. As I said, as long as you get them to pay a percentage, you know, so that they know how many people I guess that I'm actually working with. You know. And then we'll go ahead and give you a discount based on that. And the requirement was only like 18,000 people in order to get it free for everyone. So I had everybody pay the $40 to get it installed, and then they just, you know, did the year for free. And then last year what I did was what they were supposed to pay, I just used as a write-off versus asking them to pay again. You know what I mean?
How many customers do you have?
48,641.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's impressive, huh?
It took a long time to get there.
Yeah, nonetheless impressive.
And then the issue that I have now is that everyone wants me. And I don't care how certified that guy is. Tom, I want to fix you. I know that your heart is in your work. That's what I want.
I hired you. I didn't hire them.
Yeah.
Do the brain for the outfit.
Absolutely. So I only have a select few that I actually kept. I only kept 7,200 clients. So I actually do, and I had a lot of them drop off and stuff. So look, I can't possibly. If I sat down and called everybody and was only on the phone for 3 minutes, I can't do everyone's computer. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I think 2011.
Okay. I'll use longer than that, but I don't know.
I think it's 14.
Maybe that's right. I don't know.
Hold on, 2000. Yeah, because I started the home and small business side in 2009.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was doing the home and small business side, so it's a possibility. I'd have to look to see if it's older than that. But I was doing it before I actually licensed it. And the guy was like, you know, you have to get a license. I'm like, a license? All right, I got a license. He's like, no, for the home of small business. I was like, why is that? He says, well, you make more than $18,000, you know, a year on this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm making like $8,000 a month. He's like, yeah, when the IRS gets a hold of you, you're gonna be in trouble. I'm like, so then my accountant, which is very good, she's, I don't know, I don't want to label people, but you know, the words narcissist and tripolar and those words come to mind. You know, but yeah, but she straightened everything out. You know, she said, "Oh, I'll take care of you. I'll do your taxes and all that." I'm like, "Cool, no problem." So you know, we're in the midst of her doing my taxes. And I'm like, "It's been 3 days. You haven't called me or anything." I was like, yeah, "How's the tax thing going?" I'm almost done. I'm like, and right as I was getting ready to, how in the world does it take you that long? She says, "Well, you realize you have no invoices, right?" And I'm like, "No invoices." Well, you know, I had a PayPal invoice. I don't think thought that'd be good enough. No, you have to have bookkeeping for. You can't just have receipts. I'm like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Yeah, because what are they?" So if the IRS calls you, you're going to say, "I don't have a receipt. You got to check my credit card statement." They're not going to go through that. You have to have an itemized receipt. I'm like, "Dude." I figured as long as they were getting money, they didn't mind.
That's why I quit business because I loved, well, the good part was I was getting sick. Well, I was sick, but the other part was just the business side of it. I sort of did the therapy side of it. I didn't want to do the business side. And I couldn't find anybody to do it. I tried several times. I couldn't get anybody to do it.
That's the hardest part.
I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. Well, there's also, I was sick. I really couldn't do a whole day. I had to go to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have, you know, any kind of heart issues, it just drains all the life out of you.
Exactly, Tom.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I couldn't figure out what was going on, but I finished with the clients like in the middle of the afternoon, and I had to just lie down.
Yeah.
I could barely, yeah. So whatever. I don't know. Now I know what it was, but yeah.
You feel like you ran a marathon. You weren't tired. You were exhausted. That's the difference.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It was beyond tired. Yeah.
Tired, I can carry on. Exhausted, my knees are buckling. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sorry about Friday. The other thing I'm finding out, and then I'll let you go. I'm finding out is that I have to really take care of myself.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I noticed that Saturday or Friday when I got home that lunch, I was having palpitations.
Oh.
And it's because it's a bunch of things. I look back over the previous 24 hours, I wasn't taking care of myself.
Yeah.
You know, we're all person.
One of the most important things, okay? You can talk to your cardiologist, but I'm pretty sure he's going to tell you the same thing. Water is so essential.
Yeah.
You know that anyone that's ever worked out knows that without, you know, hydration, your muscles do not work. They cramp up. You don't want to get a cramp in your heart. Okay? And if you need it for your legs and your arms and your stomach, because you know digestion doesn't even work right without hydration. You know what I mean? You know the most powerful muscle in your body is your heart.
Right, so smart. Yeah, and I started putting in, but I'm not always good at it, but I'm trying to be. But 24 hours before I went to that country, it's my grandson's 21st birthday. We had a glass of wine, we had cake. I'm not supposed to be doing either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I got really stressed when I got home because I couldn't find anything. I was running late. I don't know. Every person in the building was outside when I got home. Everybody must talk to me. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. I felt really worked up. And I thought, so and I wasn't drinking enough water. You're exactly right. I wasn't drinking enough water. So, yeah, and I need to try to learn to leave.
No.
Hello?
Yep, give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Just call me in the morning.
Me and the girls are going to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay.
To Pizza Hut. They want Pizza Hut?
They have their personal pizzas are $2 for that.
Wow. Okay, cool.
You still got what's all in the refrigerator?
Yeah, no, I can say so.
Oh.
Well,
So we done for dinner then?
probably that.
Okay.
You know. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, the other thing, I mean, you can look into it. You know, when I was in that situation, it's a little hard to look at it. You know, because they set me up for suicide for real. You know, if you don't take this high blood pressure medicine, you can die. Thank God I didn't, but it's true. I had to ask about that. You know, I told you I called the cardiologist and he says, you know, make an appointment. I made an appointment. It's for 3 weeks from now, and I don't have any blood pressure medicine. So, did you not tell me if I don't take this I can die? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. You know, because that's what's keeping your blood vessels open. He didn't know that I was doing the turmeric and all that. And at the time, I wasn't doing the regular turmeric. I was doing the turmeric kombucha. You know, alcohol makes the blood flow because it dilates the blood vessels. You know what I mean? And but it's sugar. You know, it turns into sugar. So the reason why alcohol doesn't work, you know, except for those that drink all the time, and I mean all the time. I mean all the time. I'm just not that kind of person. But the like for instance, if somebody drinks and they say, I don't really get a hangover, how you know, even if you don't experience one, is when you start to sweat the next day. You know, like, you may not have a headache, you know what I mean? Because that's normally a sign of, the headache they believe is part of, the hangover, but it's not. The headache comes from being dehydrated.
I hear you say that same thing. Yeah.
And they're like, I'm like, what? Really? I'm like, man, I was always, my thing when I would, do when my mom passed and I do the little benders and stuff like that, I would sit at home and the next day I would just, because I never was a Monday, Monday through Friday. It was like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But if you drink so much on Monday and you drink pretty much into Tuesday, you aren't going to have any, hangover. You have a hang on, not a hangover. So I'm drinking water, and and they had me on blood pressure medicine. I was very naive, very ignorant. They had me on blood pressure medicine. They had to come, because I took the blood pressure medicine and didn't know what was going on. And they checked me, you're dehydrated. I'm like, how in the world can I be dehydrated? I don't drink 3 gallons of water. How in the hell is this happening? And then this one lady that really was trying to help me, she says, what kind of water are you drinking? I said, just regular water. She says, you don't want to do that. I said, well, I'm supposed to drink salt water? She says, no, you don't want to drink salt water because what salt water does, this is how actually your heart works, not so much your kidneys. Your heart's going to find water wherever it is. That's the reason why when people have heart issues, normally it's the kidneys and then it's the liver. You see what I'm saying? And the liver does more filtering than the kidneys do. There's very little to filter by the time it gets to the kidneys. So I'm like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? She's like, don't drink salt water for sure. And I'm like, okay. There's no water to pull. There is none. What you're drinking, you're peeing out because you're drinking it too fast. She said, you want to drink sugar water? I'm like, sugar water, what? She says, okay, now you know alcohol is sugar, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. Of course, of course I knew that. I had no clue what she was talking about. She says, that's the reason why when you drink, like if you're drinking Budweiser, Heineken, or whatever, not Heineken, that's nasty. But anyway, if you're drinking alcohol, normally by the time you get to your third beer, you have to go to the bathroom because now your body's processing it. You're bringing too much in, at one time. When you drink water, it's the same thing. I hate the taste of water, and I'll get 4 bottles and down those quicker than like oxygen. You're like, did you breathe when you were drinking that? And then you go to the bathroom, and if you actually measured it, it's the same. When they had me on the bedpan thing, when I measured as much that what came out was what went in. A lot of times, more came out than what actually went in. I'm like, I drank 16 ounces of water, but it's 28 ounces. Where did that come from? And she's like, because when you drink water, just water by itself, it starts to deplete your body for minerals, potassium, and things of that nature. When your body lacks potassium, the first thing it does is try to get rid of all the water.
Yeah, I started adding potassium and magnesium to my water.
Yeah.
Electrolytes, basically electrolytes.
Yeah. And then when it comes to eating bananas, you don't ever want to eat more than one. I don't like the taste of bananas, so I'll eat 3 of them. She's like, don't do that. I'm like, why not? Potassium. Too much potassium puts water on your heart.
It's not good. Yeah. Because what does it do? I know it's not good, but what does it do?
Puts water on your heart. I'm like, but dang, I can't. I'm looking at this list of stuff y'all say I can eat. I'd be better off eating paper. It all tastes the same. Like I'm making spitballs or something.
But you got straightened out, didn't you?
Yeah, I started doing the turmeric and the CoQ10, and I don't have to take blood pressure.
That's what did it.
Yeah, but what I got to work on now is hydrating. Because I like to drink coffee.
That's dehydrating too.
Right. So what ends up is four glasses of water for every 8 ounces of coffee.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm right. And you can't just drink the water. I can't just drink 8 ounces and then swallow 4 bottles because it's going to take 2 hours to drink 4 bottles. Is how long it's supposed to take. You can't just down it all in 30 minutes and think it's going to do any good. I'm like, man, you're talking about self-medicating, man. You got to be a doctor to follow these instructions.
Yeah, you do. You do. I know my 55-year-old daughter just said to me recently, so Mom, I cannot do the things I used to get away with when I was young. I can't do them anymore. And I'd say, well, try when you're my age. Like that, really. And that's what I figured out this weekend when I said that on Friday. It's like, I can't do this stuff like I used to do. Like, I have to follow these rules.
Yeah.
Like, I guess after you found out too, you have to follow these rules.
Wow. I just took what worked. I was like, okay, well, you tell me I can't eat lettuce because it's too much fiber, because Chick-fil-A's chicken Cobb salad is phenomenal. I was eating 3 of those a week, and he said, that's way too much fiber. I'm like, I said, well, you're supposed to bulk. No, fiber doesn't help you out. Fiber just adds bulk to the traffic jam, And in an emergency state, when you have diarrhea, that doesn't mean that that can actually mean that you're constipated, that you're dehydrated, and your body's trying to flush it out your system. I'm like, wow. Because I was telling them, every time I go to the bathroom, I feel weak. It's like all my energy is drained out of me. And it's too much fiber. Your body does not digest lettuce. It's already digested. It's like eating something somebody already ate. It's just like, yeah, really bad. He had to put it to me where I understood it.
I don't think it's Cobb salad or anything. I don't go to Chick-fil-A in general.
Me neither.
Maybe there's one close to my house. Maybe I should try it, huh?
Well, the issue is, well, I don't eat salads at all now. I thought I'd eat them at all now. And he explained to me, well, they got this thing with romaine lettuce, right? I'm like, yeah. I said, well, so I'll just switch lettuces. He says, if you went to a farm, because he's got to say it to me where I understand it. Even though you tell me there's no way, I'm going to try to figure out a way. I just won't eat romaine lettuce. If you went to a lettuce farm, they don't only grow romaine lettuce. Well, E. coli and romaine lettuce, where do you think the E. coli comes from? I don't know, maybe they run up kids and pigs or something. No, it's the water. It's in the irrigation system, which goes on the water's infested. So you got, because what happens is the animals, in order for them to wash the animals off, all that goes in, it's just recycled water. I'm like, really?
Not sick more often. They have more outbreaks.
Yes.
It's surprising.
The thing is, our system, with all this crap that we put in it now, we don't have to add the bad stuff. The bad stuff already comes in it. I'm like, wow. So your immune system is really weak. Your immune system is overloaded just with a normal routine. You don't have to add something bad to it. Just from all the chemicals. Your body doesn't know what lactate, facilitide, fluoride is. Where do you get? What can you eat that's going to give you fluoride? Nothing. Fluoride is a made compound. Okay. Your body says, okay, this, it's not the grass that's bad for you, it's the pesticides on the grass. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's true.
I said, well, I'll just eat fresh broccoli. He says, how do you think broccoli is irrigated? I'm like, just normal if I put water in it. No. You see how small those little individual buds on broccoli are? You think you could possibly wash all that out? Or berries? I'm like, man, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. I'll just give me a bottle of organic and pour it into everything I eat.
Eat organic as much as I can, but it like most of the time I feel like when you go out to a restaurant, it's kind of hard. But when I'm home, I try to eat organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So organic, the way he explained organic to me is like this: if I gave you a bunch of apples, okay,
Yeah.
and it had an ingredients list on it, what it means when it says organic and it's not organic, it's farm raised or whatever, okay. What it's saying is there's no sugar added. How much sugar do you have to add to an apple? An apple is sugar by itself. Rice is pure sugar.
I'm wondering if they don't spray them with pesticides and that kind of thing. No?
Well, you don't have to if the soil has the pesticide in it.
Oh.
In order,
So you don't,
right? In order to get anything in order to accelerate the growth of anything, you have to do that with the nitrogen and all that nitronized the soil. So the chemicals are already in it. You don't need to spray with anything.
so you're telling me the organics a waste of money?
I wouldn't say it's a waste of money, but it kind of you have to have a way for your system to naturally flush itself, regardless of what you eat. You know what I mean? So like what I do is I won't eat bulky things 2 days in a row. Like normally I'm a salmon mashed potatoes, kind of guy because I know that as they explained to me, you want it to come out the same way it goes in. I'm like, what? He said, you ever use toothpaste? I'm like, yeah, all the time. He says, okay, that's you don't want it to be solid. If you have a lot of solid stools, there's an issue. Solidness normally is either too much fiber or it's dehydration. Now, if you don't drink enough water, you won't go to the bathroom no matter what you eat. I'm like, really? My no, this is the gastro whatever you call it. Yeah, the doo-doo guy, the doo-doo man. He said, yeah. Oh, PNC? No, yeah, come on in. That it never answer an email in the email. If it's something from PNC, go directly to PNC's website. Don't ever respond to the email.
Right.
That's how it is. So yeah, he explained that pretty well because I'm like, man, before I had the colonoscopy, I lost 18 pounds. Okay. Now I understand me losing 18 pounds because for a couple of days I didn't eat anything but squash. The Panera squash soup. There was nothing solid in me. You know what I mean? And then you trying to flush me out. You're supposed to do this after the second time. They tell you eventually you'll just see like yellow water. That lets you know your system's clean. Okay? Just yellow water. Looks like you came out your butt. And he says that means your system's clean. Not completely, just your large intestine. All that's the reason why you can still have stomach issues, even though you think your system's clean. And normally they give you magnesium and sulfur in order to do it. That's what the duplex thing is, the sulfur. And then the magnesium is muscle relaxer. That's the reason why you clean yourself out. But your system's not completely empty. Because I was telling them I don't understand why it seems like my bladder hurts. And what are you talking about? Because I'll get this pain, and I don't know if it's my bladder or if it's if I got to go number one, number two. He says I only deal with the colon. You have to go to somebody else for that one. As soon as they did the colonoscopy and everything was clean, the pain went away. Because I was managing it, the way it looked to me, or it seemed to me, is I had some kind of blockage. And even though they pulled, got the pull-ups out and everything, no, there was no blockage. They were there, but that didn't interrupt it at all. And then, one of the young guys accidentally told me the truth. So you eat a lot of salad, huh? Yep, I eat about 3 salads a week. I said, well, there's issues with salad. And you have an infection, E. coli makes an infection. It's like having a staph infection, which is extremely hard for your body to fight. I'm like, oh, it's not just a salad. Maybe I just had some bad salad. There's a couple of ways that can happen. If you're eating a lot of salad, your body can't pass it. It just sits in your stomach and it rots. See what I'm saying? So don't particularly think it's just the fiber. You could have ran across, for you to, basically they should have told you had a staph infection is what you got. It's in your gut. Okay, and if they don't stop it and it seeps into your blood, you die of sepsis. Right. Thank you for giving it to me so lightly. Nice light way of saying that. Then I had the other one, an instant death. I'm like, and I paid you $500 to tell me that. He was basically saying, yeah, instant death. If this bursts through your wall and it gets into your bloodstream, you're dead. Yep. Instantly dead. I'm like, wow. Yeah, it's almost like having a heart attack. I'm like, he actually compared it worse than a heart attack. A heart attack, we can start the heart again and you may be fine. Sepsis is in your system. So even if we get the point of where it, we block up where it came from, we got to hope that it passes through your system and it doesn't affect you. That's where I think I had my encounter with God, because I was not going to the hospital. And just, I was wide awake. I thought it was raining. Do you trust me? Yeah, God, I trust you. Of course I trust me. Do you trust me? Not will you trust me. Do you trust me? I'm like, okay, well, as soon as you say it like that, I guess it's not a choice. I go to the hospital, and she says, why are you here? I said, because God told me to come. Trust me, I would not be here. Just the last one. People go to the hospital to die. She was like, oh, we got one of those people. I'm like, oh, okay. She had to agree with that one. I'm not going to let y'all money $50,000. You want to put a port in me and send me home. So if there's any mistakes, it's on me, right? Maybe you didn't minister it right, I'm definitely not going to kill myself. Okay. I'll stay as long as you need me to stay. I guess I do want to go home, but I'm fine. Look, I got 2 computers here. I got my PlayStation. I got my Netflix. I got my Fire Stick. This is like home to me. I live in one of them anyway. Okay. Let me know if I can help you. You want me to order you some food? I can't eat, but it doesn't mean both of us have to go without food. Give me the pleasure of watching you eat, okay? So yeah, it's something you got really need to be careful with. And the water thing is absolutely where I would start at. The blood pressure medicine, because of where you're at, you don't really have too much of a choice. Because if you have heart palpitations, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your arteries. It means there's something wrong with the pump. You see what I'm saying? So you have to take the medication for that. If you just have high blood pressure with no, just or what they call, I'm trying to think of what they call that. If they, that's something different. Because, I, go ahead.
What'd you say?
If I talked to a friend about high blood pressure, said, hey, my blood pressure's fine now, blah, blah, blah. And he says, doesn't make a difference on how good your arteries are, how good the pipes are, if the pump doesn't work. It's the pump that you need to, you have to worry about the heart, not so much the arteries. I mean, it's nice that you got clean arteries, but you need to worry about taking care of your heart. I'm like, yeah, I guess you got a point there.
I see.
Had to put it to where I understood it, It makes no difference how good your body works. If your brain isn't sending the signals, your body isn't going to do anything. And whatever it's doing is most likely what you don't want it to do. I'm like, oh, okay. I understand that. So yeah, antioxidants are like the biggest thing that I would. Blueberries. For me, if I have a problem going to the bathroom, I still can't eat avocados. I just can't deal with the texture. I gotta find a way to do it. It's just, oh my.
The texture thing.
Yeah, I had guacamole one time, and it was like somebody already ate it. I just I couldn't deal with it. Yeah. It didn't taste bad. It was just the slimy, you know, like ugh. So yeah, I'll find a way to do that. But the antioxidants and the water. And I'm like, wow, that's how you naturally clean your blood. If you got clean blood, it's more likely to flow like it's supposed to, versus having a whole bunch of grease and all that. And the only thing I got going for me is I have an overactive gallbladder, which if I have too much grease, it'll separate the grease. I eat potato chips or something. Give me 20 minutes, it'll separate, and I'll spit the grease out. So he was like, yeah, that's a good thing. I can fix it for you if you want. I'm like, nope, I'm fine with it just the way it is. He said, yeah, you're very fortunate. You know, your blood pressure goes up, you get a headache. I said, yeah. He said, most people don't get any warning signs. So yeah, you're good. So yeah, I will let you do your thing. Give me a call if you need me. No, actually, you should be charging me. Yes, indeed. All right, you too. All right, bye.
Chicken bacon ranch stuffed pizza waffles. Wait, hold on. What did you say? Chicken bacon ranch stuffed pizza waffles. Oh my God. Only 2 minutes long. Really wanna. Big Mac dinner, is that you? But this has to be on the menu in Big Mac dinner. Really depends on you really eat like that. When you chip in the right end. Shit, but don't be eating like that in my face. Nigga, I'll rob you for that stuff. Yeah, so first get some chicken breast cut up. And add some olive oil. Hit it with a little bit of kosher sauce, some garlic powder, onion powder, white pepper, some smoked pepper, and some oregano. Now I just throw it in the skillet, just like make sure it gets some color, then make sure it like adding some color. Trust me. So now, be sure to see me coming through because I'm always man behind the dough. I don't piece out the dough myself. Yeah, they hate to see me coming through because I be hoarding the dough. If it don't look too good, it don't matter because you can clean it up like that. Once you're done, add the chicken, the bacon, then we're gonna add some cheese, then we're gonna hit it with that other top of the pizza dough. Then boom, hit it with some garlic butter. You know what? Yeah, Big Mac, you might be on to something. Big Mac, roll out. Chicken bacon.
She wasn't mature. She was still playing with dolls because she hadn't reached puberty. Look, yeah, look, right? No, wait, I'm right. Oh, yeah, you know, listen, because now you're right. Did Allah know that a 53-year-old sleeping with a 9-year-old would be bad for her because later on, modern technology would confirm. Did he know that, yes or no? Did he know it was bad? It's not bad. It's not bad, it's okay. So you'd be okay for a 50-year-old to mount your daughter and have sex with her. Look, man, I told you, this day and age, you can't ask that question. I'm gonna block you because you keep repeating this. I didn't say this age. So you want me to get you out of here because you're wasting my time? How am I wasting your time? Because you keep saying this day and age. Her hadith says she wasn't mature. She was still playing with dolls because she hadn't reached puberty. Look, yeah, look, right? No, wait, I'm right. Throw you out if you don't listen. Listen, because now you're right. Did Allah know that a 53-year-old sleeping with a 9-year-old would be bad for her because later on, modern technology would confirm. Did he know that, yes or no? Did he know it was bad? It's not bad. It's not bad, it's okay. So you'd be okay for a 50-year-old to mount your daughter and have sex with her. Look, man, I told you, this day and age, you can't ask that question. No, I'm gonna block you because you keep repeating this. I didn't say this age. So you want me to get you out of here because you're wasting my time? How am I wasting your time? Because you keep saying this day and age. Her hadith says she wasn't mature. She was still playing with dolls because she hadn't reached puberty. Look, yeah, look, right? No, wait, I'm gonna throw you out if you don't listen. Listen, because now you're running. Did Allah know that a 54-year-old sleeping with a 9-year-old would be bad for her because later on, modern technology would confirm. Did he know that, yes or no? Did he know it was bad?
It's not bad.
It's not bad, it's okay. So you'd be okay for a 50-year-old to mount your daughter and have sex with her?
Look, man, I told you, this day and age, you can't ask that question.
You know, I'm gonna block you because you keep repeating this. I didn't say this age.
Dude,
So
Tim.
you want me to get you out of here because you're wasting my time?
How am I wasting your time?
Because you keep saying this day and age. For Hadith says she wasn't mature. She was still playing with dolls because she hadn't reached puberty.
Look, yeah, look, Uncle,
Yes.
look, right?
So don't worry. I'm going to throw you out if you don't listen. Listen, because now you're running. Did Allah know that a 50-year-old sleeping with a 9-year-old would be bad for her because later on, modern technology would confirm? Did he know that, yes or no? Did he know it was bad?
It's not bad.
It's not bad, it's okay. So you'd be okay for a 50-year-old to mount your daughter and have sex with her?
Look, man, I told you, this day and age, you can't ask that.
Does Muhammad give you eternal life? No, God gives it.
As Christians, we worship kings, Muslims do not. We worship Jesus, Muslims do not. Now, if someone had never heard of the Trinity or never heard of Jesus being God, but they still worship what they hear about Jesus, that's not necessarily a different God. But to flat out deny Jesus being God or deny the Trinity, which Muslims do, that is a clear rejection of the God of the Bible, the only God who exists. Someone wants to say they believe in a creator, but they say that creator is definitely not Jesus Christ. Do you believe in the same God as that person? No. In 1 John 2, it says, no one who denies the Son has the Father. Whoever
Hey, Liam.
Yo, yo,
Yay, yay!
Can you come here and make sure that I'm wearing it right?
Wearing it? Yeah, you want the wire over your right ear. The wire needs to come from your right ear. So your wire should be facing the computer office.
So the right one, so the phone has left and right side, right?
Right.
So the right one is the volume meter.
The volume, man. What do you mean?
Is that this one?
What are you talking about?
Right.
Oh, you mean on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left and right.
The bottom one turns it down, and the top one turns it up. So it's up all the way.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up.
So this is right?
Yeah.
Left?
Huh? No, on yours. The other way. Turn it. Yeah.
I'm Todd. I'm the character Todd.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a talker. Get it?
Yeah.
Toddler. Talker.
Enemies dropping into the AR.
No.
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
Now you deploy to the war zone.